Love and peace, shine your light, 777 family. Here we are, another video. Before we begin, I want to share exciting news that we're going to be doing a series on relationships. This is going to be part 2 in the relationship series. Part 1 is the previous video pertaining to achieving oneness. It is, let me think of the exact title. Relationship Advice to Motivate Oneness is the name of the previous video. So if you haven't already, there should be a link in one of these corners. Click on the link. If it's not, check the playlist for spiritual growth. And matter of fact, I'm going to do a new playlist for a relationship series. So check that playlist out, the relationship series playlist, and check out the first video. All right? Thank you. And if you haven't already, take a moment to subscribe to the channel so the rest of the videos of the series, you'll be notified when they come out. All right, so on to our topic, right? So relationships. We touched on a couple things in the previous relationship video about doing the self-work and growing together in the relationship and establishing a base that if anything comes up, you'll be able to refer back to. So in this video, I want to speak about the actual dynamics of a productive relationship. And I'm going to go ahead and give the disclaimer now that there may be some views in this video that are unpopular. So bear with me, listen, let it in, explore it from the beginning to the end. If you see value in it, extract it. If not, leave it where it sits. It was free, you know? So, so the first idea that I want to speak about is the idea of two people coming together to be one in a relationship. And I always like to think about it in terms of being a team. When there are two people and you're on the same team, both individuals are looking to win. You know, whenever you have a team of how many players or how many participants, the goal is to win, to be successful at whatever it is you're doing. It is to be successful. So if it's a work team, whatever project you're all given, you're looking to be successful. If it's a sports team, you're looking to win. Like, you're looking to win, take the trophy home. So whatever you all have to do to work together to be successful in that goal, then you're going to put in the work to do it. So it's the same principles when you're in a relationship, right? We are a team. And we have to understand our positions in the team, right? There's different roles on the team. So with basketball, you got the point guard, you got the person who's great at assisting, you know, you got in passing, you got the person that's great on the rebounding, you got the person that's great on dunking, you got the go-to person that'll get through the crowd. You know, on a work team, you have the person that is great at brainstorming, the person that's great at executing, you may have the person that's great at typing, you may have another person that's great at taking notes, you have a person that pays attention to the details and they can help polish everything up. Everybody has a role and position, right? So it's the same thing when it comes to relationships. And this day and time, I think many of you all will agree. If you do, drop it in the comments. If you don't, drop it in the comments. That a lot of the roles and positions in relationships have gotten blurred. They're a little murky. You know, we're treading in murky water, right? Traditionally, you know, there's a masculine and a feminine role. And the masculine is responsible or looked to achieve and accomplish certain ideas within a relationship and provide certain ideas in a relationship. And on the other side, the feminine expression is also looked at to provide and respond to and magnify different ideas in a relationship as well. We're living in a day and time where all of that is confused, where the women are looking for men to do things that traditionally women are supposed to do, and men are looking for women to do things that traditionally men are supposed to do. And, you know, to each his own, whatever works. If your relationship is great and everything is perfect, then perhaps these do not apply to you. However, if you are looking for some clarity, some peace, some growth, some shift and changing in your current relationship, then continue to listen, because there's going to be some ideas that will be of benefit. Now, generally in the masculine role, the man is considered to be the head. He is the one that is the protector, the provider. He is security. He is stability. He is the main part of the foundation because he is the one that has a vision, right? He has a vision, a goal, a plan, or something that as a woman we were attracted to. We were attracted to, and we saw ourselves being a part of this vision, a part of this plan, this goal. We saw how we can add to it. We saw how we can magnify it. We saw how being with him, there's a benefit in his expression, in his vision for growth, and that is us operating in our position of magnifying, of support, of assistance, of doing the things that will keep him free, right? So we know in being a man, there is a lot of weight on y'all shoulders, especially now. And I'm speaking men across the board. However, I am definitely going to highlight my brothers. With the climax and the climate of what is taking place across the country, actually worldwide right now, however, mainly in this country, with what is being experienced as being a black man, there is a necessity to experience support. There is a necessity to experience encouragement, nurturing, love, to know that the thoughts that you're having, the goals that you have, that there's value in that. And that regardless of what the physical circumstances are showing you at this time, you can and will accomplish that. And as a woman, that's naturally what we do. If you think about it, your mother provides that. Your sisters at some point in your development provided that. Aunts, grandmoms are real key, real significant in a lot of men's lives as being the provider of this type of feminine energy, of the feminine energy that we're speaking about. However, every man gets to a point in his life where, he leaves his mother, his grandmother, and no longer needs that type of assistance from his sisters because now he has a woman, a wife, a girlfriend, in his life. And that type of energy is still needed to one degree or another. And with this day and time that we're in the climax of the country, the black man needs to know more than anybody the support that he has because of being killed at wholesale rates. So I will that nobody takes it to where I'm excluding anyone, because this is definitely applying to all men and all women, all masculine and feminine energies. However, I definitely would be remiss if I didn't acknowledge the seriousness of what's taking place and the necessity for us as black women to really step up and accept the position that we've been fortunate to be in to assist. I read a post on social media recently where a brother had posted, if a black man opens up to you and shares with you his inner thoughts, consider yourself special. And I most certainly understand that on multiple levels and acknowledge that as well, because, as a culture, as a people, we've been taught that men across the board should not operate in feelings. They should not be expressive of themselves and, what hurts them or how they're affected, or even express or show emotions. It's almost like taboo, to the point where you have females expressing they don't want no emotional man, or if a man even shows emotions, now he's weak, or he's a punk, or he's this or he's that, which is completely backwards. Because in order for a man to even, get to a point where he's showing his emotions or he's expressing himself in a manner where he can be seen as vulnerable, that's a strong man. That's a man that is breaking past the barriers of taboo, of what's another word, of misguided guidance, labels that don't actually apply. They're not real. And it's the programming that needs to be unprogrammed. So if a man, is actually expressing himself that way, we should really consider ourselves blessed, because it is a beautiful experience to be able to see inside the mind of any human, any being, however, particularly a man, because of the many layers and aspects and things that he thinks on that as females, as women, we don't. There's certain things we just don't consider in our decision making, unless you've been taught and developed and reared and guided by a masculine role model, whether it be your father, godfather, brothers, uncles, grandfather. If you don't have that, then there's certain aspects that as females we don't consider. So it's very important, with all of this being said, that the proper perspective of roles and positions in the relationships be clear, because if it is that, there's a such thing they say as an alpha male, if you're with an alpha male, however, you're a female that doesn't like to be like guided. You're one that is independent. Like, you don't want a man to quote unquote like tell you what to do or guide you or assist you in that way. You want to do everything on your own. You may find quite a bit of conflict in a relationship, because in an alpha male's makeup, he naturally wants to take care of. He naturally wants to hold things down. He naturally wants you to feel secure and stable. Like, his goal is stability and protection. So just knowing or identifying in the beginning of the relationship, like, how do you all see the different roles in a relationship, and being clear and truthful with yourself. You know what I mean? A man may not want a woman who is outspoken, is direct, is blunt. He may want a woman that's a little bit more soft-spoken, a little bit more gentle, a little bit more nurturing. And there's nothing wrong with that. If that's what he wants, that's what he wants. It doesn't mean that there's something wrong with you and your expression. It just means that you all don't fit at this time along your journey. So having that conversation and being clear, it will be sure that there's no time wasted. Nobody has any hurt feelings, and there's no false expectations, because it's nothing more dissatisfying, I'll say, than entering into a relationship, and in the beginning everything is like super great, super wonderful, smiles all the time, laughter, like he or she is like exactly what you have been hoping for, looking for. And then to start peeling back them layers and finding out like your core values in terms of the operations in a relationship is not the same. Like, the way that you view who does what, who is responsible for what in terms of a spiritual base, it's not the same. Now, I'm not speaking about who does the laundry and who does the cooking, and I'm not even speaking about who does the working. Like, I'm not even speaking about that. I'm really speaking about spiritual and mental well-being and development and connection in the relationship. And it's important to see where each of you are, to be clear that in whatever role you all accept in the relationship, you all are able to respond accordingly, because that's something that you're already naturally in harmony with. So that's the first point. If it is that there's any questions or comments, I'm always encouraging you all as family to drop your comments or your questions below. If you are in agreement, give me a thumbs up and let me know. If you're not in agreement, if you could drop the comment below, and let's have a conversation about it. Let's speak about it. Let's clear the air to see if we can get to a common ground concerning these principles. The next point in this idea is strengths and weaknesses. So we've already established we're on the same page with the roles in a relationship. We're both on the same path of growth and development and changing and healing and letting go of the old and embracing the new. This is where we're at on our journey, right? We're in harmony with this. Now we're starting to learn each other, right? We're starting to be open and free and transparent, and we're starting to learn each other's strengths and weaknesses. And this is very, very key in any relationship to be successful and healthy moving forward, because where an individual is strong and where an individual is weak is also a determining factor on how you choose your mate. I'm a strong-willed person. I am usually very vocal. I pride myself on communication. I think communication is so important. No matter what you're feeling or what you're thinking, if you think you're going to hurt my feelings, you should say it so that we can speak about it, because I'm not a mind reader and I don't know it unless you tell me. So if you share it with me now, we can hash it out. And if my feelings are hurt, I'm a big girl, I'll get past that, right? However, if I find that let's say in my pursuit of dating, I'm dating someone and I find that he's not a great communicator. Communication is my strength, communication is his weakness. And let's say he doesn't have a will or a want to strengthen that. Like, he thinks the way he communicates is fine. He's been communicating this way in all his other relationships. He hasn't had this problem. Nobody's ever shared this with him before me. So it seems to him as though I'm the problem, right? Now, this is very important to know, because for me, everything may be fine on his end. However, for me, it's going to cause some disturbance in the flow, if it is that he's not freely communicating, if it is that I have to guess, or it comes out, when I do something that's displeasing to him or unpleasurable to him, or, doesn't make him happy, or, it comes out at a time where it's inappropriate, it just doesn't fit, the timing is off, then that's going to cause my rhythm to be off. It's going to cause me to be off and then be in the mode of questioning. And in a relationship, there should be very little, if any, questioning. We should be very solid and definite on what we're doing here. Like, we're making an agreement. We're living out this agreement. We should be solid and definite on that. So for me, if a brother weakness is communication and he's not willing to work on that, that's a deal breaker for me, because I don't see a future in that. Now, for another person, if and this is ideal, we want whatever the other person's weakness is to be something that our strength complements, right? So in that same example, me being a communicator complements his weakness of being a non-communicator. However, his unwillingness to grow and change and shift is what will cause the disruption in the flow of the growth, of the progress, and the oneness being achieved in the relationship. However, if it is that he is willing, then it's a perfect match. So hopefully that example is clear and tangible, because it's important for us to know the strengths and weaknesses of each other. First, you have to know it in yourself. You have to know what your strengths are. You have to know what your weaknesses are, so that you know what complements you in your mate. And you're clear on what you're looking for. Like, so many of us are looking to be in relationships, but we don't got nothing. We don't know what we're looking for. Like, some females want men that's 6'5", and, he got to have muscles, and he got to have a beard gang. He got to have tattoos, or, she got to work out, and she got to have this type of shape, and she, all of these physical things, which is cool. Like, I'm not saying don't have your physical preferences, things that you attracted to physically, by all means. However, let's not have that at the top of the list. Let's have it on the list. However, let's not have it at the top of the list that, it's the make or break element. Let's have something of value or substance. Let's think about their thinking. Let's think about their expression. Are they nurturing? Are they definite? Are they confirmed? Are they go-getters? Are they initiators? Are they aggressive? Are they passive? Are they dominant? You really got to know what complements you, like what it is that you're looking for, what it is that you want in a relationship before you even start pursuing it. And knowing what you want, then you won't waste time on people that don't fit. You won't waste time and energy, dating and pursuing and getting to know somebody that is nowhere near what it is that you're looking for to either add to you or complete you in your relationship. So yeah, those are a few ideas. I didn't want to stay on too long. I don't want this video to be too long. I think we're at a great mark right now. Again, if any of the content of this video you found to be beneficial, drop a comment below, give it a thumbs up, because YouTube will share it and make sure other people get to hear it if they see that the ones that are listening see value in it. If you haven't already, subscribe to the channel, And be sure to hit the notification button so you'll be notified of the next part of the series. I'm really excited for this and to hear everyone's feedback on the relationship series. And this is going to be the beginning of a new rhythm for Shine Your Light 777 as a whole, as a channel. So stay tuned, keep your eyes on us, keep your ears listening to the updates. If you haven't already, check out the Shine Your Light candle line. It's on Facebook at Shine Your Light 777 and on Instagram, Shine Your Light 777. You can see our latest inventory, and keep your eyes out because we're upgrading our packaging and we're super stoked and excited about it, super pumped. We think you're going to be really happy with the upgrades and the updates that we're making. Again, we thank you. We're so humbled for your time and your attention and your feedback and your support and your love for the channel and the movement, and assisting and making sure that everybody gets what they need so they can shine their light. So with that, be sure today, do something for you that's going to assist you in shining your light so that you can inspire others to shine theirs. All right? Love and peace, family.